Welcome back. I'm Chad. We got ourselves another video. I forgot to do my introduction to this video, so I'm gonna be wearing different clothes while I'm reacting. We got ourselves an 8 at the table video. Aaron lady, she keeps saying crazy things. I don't know what to say about it. So they're gonna have a conversation about the Corey Holcomb situation. When he said that, hey yo, y'all destroyed y'all village. And ain't nobody coming to help y'all. Government already getting rid of all this stuff you want. The Aaron lady gonna be going on a rant saying that women don't want to do these things. She's a feminist. That's all this is. She's just a feminist. But she's gonna have conversation saying that women don't want to go back to what it used to be. Women aren't like F-ups like that, because I don't have any women friends or F-ups like that. She's gonna ramble. But yeah, let's see how this video turns out. And if you was wondering what was in my hand, this is a stick. It's a toothbrush stick. Yeah, so it's not a cigarette. From a distance, it looked like a destroyed looking cigarette, but it's not. But hold up, just in this video, I need you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.
I would say relationships have been going through a lot over the past couple of years.
Here specifically.
For sure.
What we're talking about. No, I'm just saying. For
America. Yeah, America
It's actually
specifically.
not just here. That's the thing.
No, I mean like
It is in other
based on the
places.
chart that she's speaking of, she's referencing to here.
I actually never considered this hypothesis, but to consider this from the perspective of like evolution and how it's really survival of the fittest at this point it makes a lot of sense. And I actually do it. I would love to like hear what y'all think, if y'all think that this could be like a turning point in evolution, where if you don't have it together, you don't have the skills to get a mate, then you're just gonna be alone and it's gonna be what it is, versus calling it a male epidemic, a loneliness epidemic or whatever.
I feel like that's been always happening, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
Like it's always been since like the end of like the beginning of time.
So, and it also made me revisit why people got married in the first place. Because at one point, only men who could provide financially for a family were the ones who had wives. Everybody else was out here wifeless and being a loser. And I think in order to not being a loser, but wifeless. But in order...
I think you meant that. The men who couldn't get wives, you called them losers. All right. See how this gonna go.
To make sure men had wives, there were certain things that our society was indoctrinated with to sort of support that. Meaning, let me think, it being a part of like the church, or having it to where women could not survive without a man. So that meant now, if you have half the species who can't survive without you, it really increases your chances of having a wife. And so now that these things have changed, it really does speak to like an evolutionary transformation where we are right now. I think that women are probably complaining because it is a lot to deal with, but overall, like, would I give up the ability to have 75% of the rights that men have in order to go back that my grandmother had to be a part of? No.
They weren't part of this BS you're talking about. Just because you really wanted to be a feminist don't mean what they was going through was BS. It's quite disrespectful to say that.
Like, I don't see why any person with a brain would want to do that.
Still disrespectful.
No. I think that you see women complaining and just saying, oh, let me just marry somebody and be done with this. I don't think that women would be willing to give up what has come in the last 60 years or 50 years to go back to being under a man's thumb.
I would say most women, absolutely. There are some women that...
And those are aberrations. Let's not mix the two. Generally, I do not think American women, and even women who have come here and have been a part of our society and may not be necessarily American, I think that they're of the same mindset too.
It's crazy, man. She get that wig on. Wig or no wig, she always sounds crazy. Like, I can't believe she just said her grandma and them, they had a horrible life and was underneath a man's thumb. So she believes that her grandmama didn't purposely pick that guy and actually like that guy and actually like doing what she was doing. So that means you're telling us that your grandmama passed down to your mom and probably to you saying that she despised her life. Because if she didn't say that, what you just did was a form of projection. You believe being underneath a man is a horrible thing that you should never have to do, which why if you have a husband, we now know your husband does not have real say-so at all. He is not masculine. He's quite feminine. He has to make deals with his wife. He don't get the lead. He has to have somebody beside him keep telling him to turn left when he say, let's turn right. And then you say, let's turn left, turn right, let's turn left. That's what he goes through, which is stupid and ridiculous to hear. But he chose that life. There you go.
My sisters, the roosters are coming home. Everything you did is finna come back on you because they have people in place government-wise to show you we used you to destroy the village. Now we really have no use for you no more. Your daddy ain't there. Your husband ain't there. Your son is raised wrong. Your daughter is watching you twerk. You have done what we wanted you to do well in destroying the village. The father of your child is probably in court with you over nothing. You ate from the forbidden tree. You went and used a system that destroys you to destroy your family. And now they have no use for you. Remember all the female black mayors and everything that was happening and all like that?
Yeah.
They ain't got no use for that shit no more. I see the girl. We are the most educated. Yes, they sold you a degree that ain't finna be worth. Yeah, you who have aged out and fell for the sucker in destroying your village, your family, and yourselves, the only thing you can do is try to tell your children, don't do what I did. All you women 40, 50, 60, it's over for you. You need to explain to your children, don't do what I did. Don't go around here talking about you don't need a man publicly. Don't go around bashing men for the most part publicly, because all these women who are on the internet for bashing men, there's a record of it, and I think we need to keep a record of these women in case they try to act like they something different later on. I'm talking about the moral people of the world. You have to be aware of these women that's out for self, not for the village, because they are about to find themselves back in the village with the villagers and the fronting like you rich, the fronting like all this is finna be over. I'm telling you, most of my sisters are broke than a motherfucker, just like most of my brothers are broke. But the sisters was acting like they not broke, holding up drinks on an island that they got there with a buddy pass and all that shit. No, it's finna be time during this administration where this man is literally pouring out all the fish in the pond and letting you see him try to live with no air. He's taking your income away. What jobs do you think will be available for us? When I say us, I'm talking about people of color. What jobs are gonna be available for us in the future? You got to learn how to cook again.
And back to wet nursing.
Say it again.
It's gonna be tough to get a wet nurse job with fake titties. That's bad for the baby.
I just find it very telling that on a portion of what he was just speaking about, we literally 3 to 5 minutes prior to just watched a woman prove his point at 46 or 40 plus years old, trying to tell women how she made the mistake in her 20s and how she has a daughter in her arms, trying to tell all the other women not to be a fool like she was early on at her age. And I mean, this is my own perspective, but I feel like she's dealing with a different amount of stress being in her 40s, dealing with an infant, dealing with a toddler, probably even at one point an infant. And I just find it very telling the fact that we go from that video to this video, and this was not planned because I sent that pregnant video earlier today. right?
I sent it too. You don't think Alan put that together?
You sent that one too?
Yes.
What, Corey's? Or
Yeah. the pregnant one.
The woman.
you sent the pregnant one?
Yes.
I didn't see it.
I saw that in the chat. I didn't click it.
Let's not.
But I'm just saying, all I'm saying is I just
I'm letting y'all know right now, she's triggered. She did not like what Corey Holcomb said, and she don't like what Rico is saying right now. She is triggered. You can tell because that wig is starting to stand up.
find it very telling that bing, boom, and then there's a ideology, and then there is a real proven example happening in the moment.
I can look at my friend group. Like, all of us cannot be aberrations.
Yes,
You can.
Okay.
Yes, the hell you can. I mean,
That was wild as like, where did that logic come from? How big is your friend group? Unless you're telling me your friend group is 100,000 people or 10,000 people. Unless you got like 10,000 friends, yes, you can. What are you talking about?
I mean, they also say like-minded people tend to ride together. They tend to form, and they have the same. They literally attract themselves a version of
So
themselves.
all the deltas. Right.
There's
Keep in mind that
Sure, all the deltas. That didn't prove anything. Now you about to are you about to use appeal to authority and act like because they're part of a sorority, that means they can't be F-ups?
we were selected to be deltas. We applied. So we all happened to be deltas. Someone selected us. So it's not like we made a decision and we all happen to be deltas and we all happen to be on our. Like, I
you don't
think
that
So there can't be an F-up who just choose a bunch of F-ups. You ever went to a deli? Like, go to Ingles Deli and just go and check. Watch how so many people are probably F-ups. Go ahead and just look. There's been plenty of times everyone back there is an F-up. Been plenty of times I've seen that. So
you don't think that makes sense?
no, I don't.
If I was going to form a group and I wanted a certain type of individual,
Bless you.
I'm typically going to select the individuals that I think are going to fit that mission or fit that purpose or be in alignment with the morals or whatever the end goal is. So,
that's true.
I mean, I could tell you there's been 50 people on this couch. There's only 4 selected here.
But Rico, the thing, what he's saying is that he said you and Aaron or you and Amanda have made good decisions, right? Right. But what I'm saying is that I can look at my friend group, and I really don't have that many friends making poor decisions like that, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. So we're not the one thing that is common is that most of us went to college together. We're all a part of the same chapter. We're all deltas, right? But the thing is that someone selected us to be a delta. It's not that we went and signed up and we're deltas. You understand what I'm saying?
Why did you ignore what he said? You have to defeat his point. You have to defeat what Rico said first before you just restate the same thing again. He literally said that it actually makes sense for somebody who thinks like this to choose a group of people who think alike. You have to first defeat that point to just do what you just did. It was quite unstable, if you really want me to be honest with you.
Because you're saying we made the decisions, meaning the consequences are because of what we did.
Well, you allowed yourself to be selected. Just because you get chose doesn't mean you commit. So once you committed and were chosen, yes, you might have been selected, but you also made the conscious decision of saying, you know what, I align with this, whatever it is. It's like I could sit here and say, and I'm just going to Alan's point, I don't know, like I don't have any out of my 5 to 7 friends that I've been friends with for 10 plus years. None of them are deadbeat fathers. 0. And I could be biased in thinking that black, and they're all black, they're all people of color. I could be
Black
biased.
or people of color, they're not the same.
Well,
Oh my God, don't do this, yo. Don't do this. Come on.
both, right? I could sit here and say, oh, that's not the same. That stereotype of men of color being absent fathers is not realistic. But I have a skewed perspective based on the friends that I've already aligned with my entire life. It took for Esso to come here and try to explain to me, because in my mind, at first, I was like, yeah, every guy's a king. He's like, no, most men are not kings, but
True.
I've only been surrounded by them. So for me, I have an entirely different perspective of what life is versus, what everybody else does. I'm not going to be around the peasants. I know we all want to, or Alan specifically also asked you the question of what's your opinion based on your profession on where we're heading in terms of relationships. But prior to that, I just wanted to say, I feel I'm more scared for the women right now in the next 10 years than ever before, because if what is being predicted to happen in this country with this economy, and we're talking about survival of the fittest, we ain't even touched the survival of the fittest yet. When men start acting chaotic, if that was to actually happen,
he about to say what I be saying. He's about to say, go ahead, say it.
There's going to be a lot of wild happening.
What, like them killing each other?
I don't think men are going to target women before they target each other.
Why is that?
Because they know that women are
weaker.
Target them to do what? Like
whatever it is that they're doing. Steal from, especially if it's a woman.
Is she drunk? If everything falls apart, what do people do? Intelligent people go for the weak first. I'll give you this. Men who are actual warriors, who actually out with their shirt off looking for a real challenge, is gonna go looking for men. In 10 years, the other ones? No, my dear, you're first. Why would I attempt to fight for my life with somebody who's clearly my size and can probably delete me? Or should I just choose you? Somebody who's gonna scream help. Like, he's hurting me. Help! Like, why would I not choose that person? All I gotta do is deal with you screeching in my ear. That's it. Thank you. Someone finally said it. I keep saying it. Y'all better stop playing around, because if everything falls apart, you're the first one that's gonna get looked at by men. It's gonna be robbing of stuff, but it's not stuff that you want robbed. It's gonna be stuff that's connected to your body. I'm not gonna say it. Don't say it in the comment section either. They're gonna delete your comment.
Woman with money or women with opportunities, they're going to be an easier target to steal from, to just all of the crimes, which is scary because there's not a lot of men who are going to put themselves on a front line for, especially if there's a small group of them, put themselves on a front line for millions of crazy, hungry, thirsty, willing to do anything men.
Unless those women literally marry them, which means polygyny will start to happen. That's what would happen. Women will try to find protection, and women will all start to try to gather to the strongest. And there's not that many strongest. So polygyny will start to happen. This is what happens. You must understand, monogamy was created by the government. I don't know which government started it, but it was created by them. They put a rule so that other guys who are like not important, could get women. And since they did that, that was one way to keep guys from becoming these crazy people. But guess what's happening? Women still practice hypergamy. Those guys are in their closets or out like in their house saying, I want it too. And once the government falls apart, I might got too dark for y'all out there, but don't worry. I don't know if the government gonna fall apart. All right.
Perhaps you're right. So I guess my message to women would be stay strapped.
There's not enough bullets.
Oh my God.
Go take Krav Maga classes, stay strapped.
Oh yeah, you gonna take Kimbo Slice classes as well? Taekwondo, you gonna do all that? Do you know what happens if a guy gets his hands around you? All these things you think that's gonna happen is not gonna happen. Mike Tyson said it the best. Everyone has a plan until they get hit in the mouth. I was like, I'm gonna take these classes. BAP, what classes did I take? That's what's gonna happen. Oh, stay strapped. You gonna sleep with it on you? You act like men can't just stalk you and hunt you like predators. What are you talking about? You don't know these things. You're just speaking right now. What you need to do is understand that you need a person who is willing to delete. You need that person, my dear. You're just talking right now. And guess what's not gonna stop? The biology or the hormones of you wanting a child is not gonna stop because you want it to. So you're still gonna get pregnant probably. And if you get pregnant, that guy is still out there.
And also there's going to be an increase of expats. Like people are leaving the country.
Absolutely.
Like that's the big thing that's happening. And a lot of these women have education. They have transferable skills. Men do too. And I feel like it depends on the people, what they're willing to do for themselves. And I feel like there's this level of accountability for the choices and decisions that you make, because anybody can do anything with their lives and anybody can change their lives. I mean, there are men that are in fraternities, and then there's also the YNs. So it's like,
aren't we too old to be saying YNs, yo? That's a new age thing. Children use this term. Stop.
They're both the same people, by the way.
no.
They're both the same people, by the way. Just one just looks different.
Big screen. I think her name's Erin. Erin is crazy. She doesn't understand what's gonna happen. That's how bad feminism has ruined some women. They don't acknowledge that if everything falls apart, feminism is not going to save them. There's weapons already, my dear. Weapons exist already. Tell me, why do women still have to call the police? They still do it. Rico was right. Rico said something, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I've been saying this for like 5 years or 6 years. As soon as Obama did what he did and those crazy people, you know, the different color hair was showing up, that's when I was like, I don't think people gonna like this. And then once I started seeing that everybody was getting sick and tired of them, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna last. And he's finally catching up. I've been saying it for a minute. It haven't even been 5 years. It's been longer. I don't know how long I've been saying this now. I just took a guess. I still understand how she was all right with just saying what she was saying about her grandmama and them. Like, they don't like their lives? What are you talking about? That was just rude. Put a wig on, you just start talking. Saying whatever with your face, don't you? To me, it was a good video though. Rico, you catching up, my brother. You finally strapping up. You keep working, Rico. Keep working.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, man.